Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Golf, the show, episode 3. I'm Alex.
I'm Lewis.
So, what are we going to be doing today?
So, in today's video, Alex, we are going to be talking about YouTube golf and the effects on kind of golf that has.
Okay.
Then golf trivia. So last week you asked me some questions.
So I'm going to ask you.
I asked you questions.
Yes, I'm going to ask you the questions.
Asking me. And then our favourite part, pointless products.
Fantastic.
So, you ready to get into it, Alex?
Jump straight in.
Let's do it.
Let's not mess about. Okay, so
YouTube. How
YouTube
does
golf.
it affect kind of the golf industry as a whole, Alex? So we're talking about kind of Alex is obviously a coach, so how that affects some of his lessons. But also we work in golf shops, so how that affects kind of your local pro shops, some YouTube videos. So first of all, we kind of want to touch on kind of lessons. Alex, obviously this is mainly to do with you. How, say, customers come into you for your weekly lesson or whatnot, and they've seen a couple of YouTube videos. Now that's brilliant. They're watching YouTube. Obviously, everyone's getting involved, watching some YouTube videos to find out how to help their golf. But what's kind of your opinion on that, Alex?
So I would say I am in year 2 of my PGA. I'm not I've not been coaching for 10 years, and I've not got loads of clients and stuff, but I do play regularly with the members at the golf club. I do have a few beginner lessons and lessons, and also I do chat with my boss and other professionals around the area. I can say for myself, with the lessons that I've had, ranging from beginner golfers to decent single-figure golfers, I would say I'd be comfortable to say like at least 40% of them mention in a lesson, "Oh, I watched this on YouTube," or I saw that they said this isn't a good thing. And I think what's very difficult to understand as someone that just loves golf and is an amateur, that doesn't know the ins and outs of the golf swing, is that there's lots of ways that you can swing a golf club. There's lots of different ways. You shouldn't not do something, or you shouldn't have to do this. For example, I had a guy who, I can't exactly remember what it was, but it was about having the club slightly forward of the ball, which is actually not a bad setup technique, to have his club further forward, to have a bit of a forward lean. And he watched this YouTube video and he interpreted what the guy said was that it needs to be behind the ball. Yeah,
so little things like that. Say if someone watches a YouTube video, they've been slicing the ball constantly. They watch this one video, say it had 500,000 views. That's how I fix my slice. They go try that, start slicing it more, or start hooking it. Brilliant. They've tried to fix their own game, but then they come to you and go, "Oh, well, I've been trying this," and you look at it and go, "Wow, it's the completely wrong thing you should have been working on, isn't it?"
Yeah, exactly that. So for example, for that guy who all of a sudden started having like his hands like over, and I'm not joking, like over his like right pocket. He was a right-handed golfer, so his hands were way back, and he was like, "Oh, well, I watched this YouTuber." He said it has to be behind the ball, or something like that. And this is the problem: is that he might have been talking about something else. He might have been saying, if you're having this problem, you need to do this. He wasn't having that problem, but he then still interpreted what the guy was saying and then put that into his game. So these videos that say like how to fix your slice, there's 100 different ways to slice the ball.
Yeah, and that's the point you want to get at. There's not one fix that fixes everyone. You have to take them with like little sprinkles. Yes, it might work for a little time, but you've got to go see your pro. You've got to see what you're actually doing wrong, because yes, that might help, but fundamentally it's probably something a lot bigger, and you might be making that a little bit worse. So the effects that kind of has on your lessons is good, because they're learning a little bit about the game, but almost a false image of their swing, because they're getting this false information on their own swing and thinking it works for everyone, but it doesn't. So yeah, that's kind of the effects on your lessons, isn't it?
Yeah, I think overall it's fantastic. It's good. There's tips on YouTube that are useful for every single golfer, like mental tips, range tips to help you get your range sessions better, stuff like that. But the particular like how to fix your slice, if you're not doing exactly what that person's recording the video for, it's not going to fix your slice, because you could be doing it for a different reason, and that's what's difficult. So I would just say if you are watching them videos, just make sure it's directed towards you and your golf game.
Yeah, And that, yes, you can get that, but get some advice from a pro as well that looks at your swing individually.
Yeah,
because that's a huge part of it. And kind of adding on to that, a lot of YouTubers also do say product reviews.
They do.
Now that's another huge thing that we want to cover, because product reviews, they're brilliant. Like, people love watching it, gets the product out there, but there are times where that doesn't help everyone. So it might help the big businesses in golf. There's obviously a lot of those, but there's also an awful lot of small businesses like your little pro shops at your club that need your help. And at the end of the day, they're a small business, so any little club sale or anything helps massively. So when these guys review a driver and go, yes, it's not that great, it's not as good as last year's, they could be losing your local pro a good sum of money that year through sales, and obviously it's not ideal, is it?
No, I particularly remember a video about like a Costco set. I can't remember who did it, but it was like a Costco set, and it was a decent set. La-di-da-di-da basically did a video saying it's absolutely unbelievable, and I can't remember, but I do actually think that he compared it to the current driver that you sell in pro shops. And it was like, well, the difference not that much. You might as well just get a Costco set.
Yeah, it was saying, like, for the price difference, you might as well just go to Costco. Like, Costco's a huge company. They've got huge revenue from all different sectors. They're not just on golf. So, yeah, it may have been a great set, but it wouldn't have been ideal for most golfers out there. They would have just seen that video and gone, brilliant, cheap, I'm going to buy it now.
Yeah.
Whereas your local pro, you go to him, he could probably find you 30 different drivers at that sort of price that are going to work better for you.
And custom fitting, like, you're not going to get that at Costco. You're not going to pick up a box set and be custom fit for it. So it's difficult. It's difficult.
100%.
It's an interesting... I think overall, though, YouTube golf is brilliant for bringing younger golfers in, golfers to golf. Basically,
hugely influential, so it's good. And it gets so many people into golf, and it's growing the sport, which is brilliant.
Exactly,
especially over the last few months where golf hasn't been able to play.
No,
everyone's been watching YouTube videos and loving it and wanting to play.
I just think that the few things that we've just talked about,
you just need to be careful.
Careful. But anyway, we'll get straight into the golf trivia now.
So
let's leave that.
Last week, Alex, how many did you get right?
I got 4 right, so it's 6 questions. So I'm going to move this over here. Okay, so we've got 6 questions.
Yep.
We're going to see how many you get right. If you beat me, I'll give you a round of applause.
I'm awful at trivia as well. I was so bad.
Okay, so how many PGA Tour wins has Tiger Woods got?
Just PGA Tour?
Yeah. So I'm just going to move the... So that includes like the majors that are in...
He's won a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well, he's joint with Sam Snead.
No.
If he wins one more, then he'll be the outright leader.
I'm going to say, like... I really don't have it. I'm going to say, like, 64.
82.
Oh!
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that 82... that number 82 was the Masters last year.
So I probably should have remembered that then.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Who's won the most majors?
Based on that, I'm going to go Tiger Woods.
No.
No?
Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So he's on 19, I believe. Yeah. And then
brilliant.
Tiger's like
that's fine.
4 behind or so.
I've still got 4 questions to kind of joint you here.
Okay, so this is an interesting question that I thought of, right? So tailor-made drivers. We all know he loves tailor-made, right?
Here we go.
Okay, so before M1 and M2, remember when they came out of that generation?
Yeah.
What was the driver called?
What, the RBZ range? Or the slider?
Was it that? I've got down the R15.
R15?
Was it not the R15?
No, like R15 was out there. To be fair, it depends, because you had the RBZ range. The white head.
You know the white head, the RBZ with the slider, and then they turned that into the...
Yeah, so you had like the RBZ stage 2, like the R15, and then your slider.
Okay, so I'll do some...
I don't know what the year is.
What we'll do, I've got down, I did some research, I've got the R15. I will look at...
Probably wasn't.
I will look at to see, and we'll have it up here now.
Yeah.
if he's got that question right, but I'll look at that because I've got R15. They might have had multiple drivers out
in that year.
Yeah, so like for example, Callaway at the moment got Maverick, the Epic, the all sorts, the Big Bertha. Yeah. So he might be right there. I might have not done enough research. Right, cool.
Can hope.
So again, a little bit of research. Don't know much about this.
All
right. So there's a guy called Andrew Dixon, right, who was around in the 1700s, like Tom Morris was. Okay. Yeah, he was one of the first. He was like after Tom Morris, basically.
Yeah.
There's an old Donny, right?
Old Donny, yeah.
His putter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was sold in auction a couple years ago.
Okay.
In dollars, I'll give you £10,000 either side. How much did it sell for? So you got a 20,000.
So this is like
just a putter
in the history of golfing.
This
is big time.
So I've given you 20,000. So like.
All right. The fact that it's sold in America as well, I'm going to say it's fairly high. I'm going to go something like $380,000 or something.
It was 181,000.
Oh, it's quite a bit off.
Yeah, but still, I thought that was a ridiculous amount of money just for one putter.
It is.
You're not doing very well.
No,
I'm gonna hope that
I did tell you I'm awful at trivia. Go on.
I'm gonna hope that the tailor-made one's correct. I might even give you that point.
I want to get this over with now.
I feel like this question's too hard now because I thought you'd be good at this.
Yeah, go on, hurry up.
How many dimples does a Pro V1 have?
What?
I knew this, so I thought you would.
74.
What? You think 70? 352.
Oh, good. Yeah, no worries. Move on. Next. Done. I don't like that.
Okay. I feel like we should just move on. The last question is difficult as well.
No, go on. Yeah. As if. That was so fun. I probably should have thought that. I knew it was in the hundreds. I don't know why I said that. Oh,
what did you say? Like 50 something?
64 or something.
64. Okay, so you asked me, what's the lowest round ever?
Yeah.
What's the highest round ever recorded on a PGA Tour event?
Oh, so PGA Tour?
Yeah.
Are you talking over par or like 100 and something?
I can give you either.
Oh,
I've got both information.
I'm going to go something like 68 over par.
No. So it's 51 over par, 123 he scored. I don't know if this is true, right? Because it says he played his third round with one arm and one club. He whacked a 5-iron the whole day.
What?
And shot 51 over. So he used a 5-iron, he obviously just gave up.
Well, why do you even bother playing?
I have no idea. So maybe he just got the cut.
Yeah, and
it's still to this day.
Injured.
Maybe. And it says still to this day it's the highest round recorded ever.
All right, well, can we move on from the trivia? Because I'm clearly rubbish. Let's just do the pointless products because I'm not happy.
I mean, how many did you get right?
Well,
I'm going to give you the tailor-made one.
Okay, fine. One then.
One. And I think the tailor-made one was wrong, to be fair. But anyway, pointless products. So.
All right, Alex, what is it?
So, personalised head cover. We've got it up here. Basically, it's 50 quid. It's reviewed as 5 stars online. And it's a head cover. You can send in a photo.
I really like that.
You're a nightmare. That's not cool at all.
I think it is. Imagine, yeah.
Look at this Donny. Look at this guy.
Your birthday is coming up.
No, but look at him. Look at his glasses.
What can I get Alex? He's got everything in golf. What can I get him? Personalised head cover.
Right.
Brilliant.
I've thought about this a lot. I've thought about this a lot, right? So, I think it's okay. It's cool-ish.
Yeah.
However, every photo that is on the website is of the player. Does that make sense? So like the head cover, so it's like me having my face on my head cover. I think that's weird.
Yeah, a little bit weird.
So the cool thing, I think, is if you got a head cover with your face on it.
Yeah, and gave it to you and you have to have that. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
But none of them had that. It was all...
just on themselves. Like,
and I just think that's just so weird. Like,
I suppose in some places, like, you could go, that's my bag because it's got my driver in it. It's got my face on it. No one's going to steal that because if they do, it's got my face on it.
It's huge as well. Like, it's not a little head cover.
How much is it?
I said 50 quid. 49.95.
So a lot of money in it, really.
For a head cover.
But it's a one-off piece. Just you. Woo.
I mean,
smiling with your driver.
The fact it's got 5 stars.
It's got 5 stars. Well, it must be quite a good build quality then.
Yeah, I just
anyway,
can't believe it. Right, go on.
I'll rate this out of 10.
Oh yeah, go on.
So
we'll go back to it.
I don't think it's that pointless because I think you could give it as a Christmas gift. It would be quite funny. It's quite a funny gift.
I can't believe he's just said it's not pointless.
I think if you bought it for yourself, weird.
Could you imagine?
Why are you doing that? But if you're buying it for someone else as a gift, I think I'm going to give it like a 5.
No, that's the worst one so far.
Yeah,
unbelievable. I think it's so ridiculous.
I don't think it's that pointless.
50 quid.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
50 quid. It's like a handmade thing, isn't it? Anyway.
Oh God, what's he come out with this time?
I saw this a couple of years ago online.
Right.
There's a few videos made about it. Now, if you can see by this picture here.
Oh my God, I've just realised what it is.
It is the Big Daddy Driver. It is a weed whacker. So, it's basically a golf club that you flip open the bottom of it, the driver head, and it's a strimmer.
A strimmer.
Little batteries in it. Perfect, mate.
Oh, I'll just improve your lie.
Yeah, basically, there's a little video about it. It's quite funny. They're basically showing us that these angry golfers going around the golf course are pretty bad. They keep hitting in the rough. They can't get the ball out of the rough, so you bring your Big Daddy Driver along, just round the golf ball, get rid of all the rough, hit the ball. Now, I don't really think it's USGA.
No, there's no way. It's improving your life.
I don't think you get away with that. But
could you imagine?
Pretty funny little gift to give someone. Also, could be helpful actually, because say you're out on the golf course, you've just wanged one in a bush, can't get in that bush. Just bang out your Big Daddy Driver, cut down the bush.
Just get an armhole just to get your hand.
Now, I can see a big problem with this.
What?
I don't think the greenkeepers would be very happy.
No. Could you imagine just little...
you playing around, hitting the ball in the rough, the greenkeepers come along and just see these little holes that big everywhere in the rough where you've been. I reckon you get banned from the golf club. Either way, I think this is hugely pointless. No one's ever going to buy it. If you do buy it, pretty funny as a gift, but...
How much?
In theory, I couldn't find a price anyway.
You couldn't find a price.
I'm going to guess it's probably about 60, 70 quid or so.
Yeah, it's a strimmer. At the end of the day,
yeah,
it's a strimmer.
You could use it in your garden. You could play around a golf. The missus says, go home and do the gardening. You've already got it on hand.
I'll think about it. Right, think about this, right? I've just hacked the system. It's not pointless.
What?
We know a fair few greenkeepers that are golfers.
Oh, brilliant! What? So that they can play golf and
they buy one.
Do driver. The greenkeeping at the same time.
Yeah. Oh God, that bunker needs trimming.
Strim the bunkers as they're playing.
I've asked this question about the big beefer.
Yeah.
Can you use the driver? So if these clubs could actually be used, they wouldn't be pointless.
Either way, I think this is hugely pointless because you
can't use it.
What, you give it, Alex?
So you can't even use the club. So you strim it, then you have to put the club back in the bag and get your 7-iron out.
So it's not even like, imagine the noise it makes. So you're there trying to do it all quietly so your playing partners don't see. Put it back in the bag quick. They walk over, see a massive gaping hole around your ball.
Oh gosh.
It's just not going to work.
I'm not giving it the first ever 10 out of 10 on pointless products, but it's like a 9.5. It's
close,
a 9.5. I'm going to give it a 9.5.
I'll take that.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, that was good fun. I've won yet another pointless product, by the way.
But it's clear that I know more trivia. So
yeah, well, clearly I'm a little bit dumber, but we'll leave it as that.
You're good at finding pointless products, basically.
Yeah, brilliant. Pointless knowledge as well.
So, as of every show, make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to the video.
Get over to our Instagram, TikTok, all them things. Subscribe, follow us.
There are loads more videos coming. Just make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all soon.
See you later.